Hey, shalom, shalom. First of all, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, elder bishops of the great millstone, rule well. Peace and blessings. See fellow brothers pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. And I got the brother
Shamar.
Yeah, so the Spirit's on us again to do a lesson, and in transit lesson. Lord's will, the video is edifying, and straight to the point. We don't psychobabble. Okay, there's a spirit out there just psychobabbling, just talking just to hear yourself talk. That's the spirit of the podcast, the spirit of the influencer. Okay, when we do these videos, it's to hit, particular points. It's to bring out the oracles of the Most High. We believe that the Most High, puts His Spirit on us to speak. But even within that, we have to watch ourselves and to make sure that we're staying within the confines of the Holy Spirit. Okay, so this lesson we're gonna open up in Isaiah 32. Okay, that's what we're gonna build off of, and it's building off of pretty much how the Most High is gonna humble these women. All right, because here in Babylon the Great, really nowhere else in the world, nowhere else in the world has this dynamic of women that believe that they are over men. Not even equal. We're not even talking about equal. So-called, women's right was all about having equal rights to men. That's not what this is about. That's not what feminism really was about. Feminism was really to show the dominance over the man by putting a woman in charge and bringing in confusion, breaking up the household. It was a tactic by the devil. It was a tactic by Satan, and the Most High allowed it. So we're actually seeing the final version of that in the times that we are, where the dating market is all messed up. Our men are complaining about women are complaining about men. The divorce rate is crazy. Okay, it's just confusion and madness because of the order of things are not established. Women have positions of power. Okay, and this is only really exercised in Western societies. There's what's it called? Australia. They have a woman leading their army, and that's like the first ever of a woman leading leading the military. So we see that in today's world where these women are just proud. They believe that they're over men. Esau gives them power and opportunity in the job force, and so they get money. They get they be able to buy homes, and they're able to get condos, and able to drive expensive cars. And they still want men, but it's on their terms. You got to have a certain type of money. You got to be a certain type of height. You got to have all these things, and you got to worship her. We can't forget that. You have to worship her and cater to her every need. So let's bring up Isaiah 32, because prophecies speak about a time where the Most High is going to strip these women of everything. Okay, and then there's going to be a correction in the market. Things are going to go back to how it should be, because if you look around the earth, no other nation is like this. Now, there's still influences, like if you go to China, you go to Japan, you go to Korea, and places like that. There is a dynamic of, the woman out of control, because that's part of that wine that Babylon the Great has, spread all across the earth, made all these nations drink. And these nations are mad and upset about it. Okay, this is Isaiah 32:9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease."
And like you was going into, these, especially here in America, everything's literally set up for the woman to be at ease and never have any problems. But now the tables are slowly turning, because women, they could do OnlyFans. You got use men for money. All right, everything's set up to cater to make your life easier. But now all that's being stripped away slowly, to where the women that are at ease, you losing that comfort.
Mm-hmm. And women are all about comfort, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's just how the Most High created them. A woman is supposed to give comfort to the man, but the woman is supposed to be in comfort. She's not supposed to work. A woman is not supposed to be going out and, you know, doing the construction job. Her work is around the house, and when she's trained up in that, it's not a big deal. Like, you can get all the housework done. It's not like you just slaving every freaking second of the day, every moment of the day. You know, that's not how it is. Most of the time, women just chill. You know what I mean? And they have, you know, pleasure in, you know, they have, the Most High put it where they have pleasure raising children. They're pleasant serving a man, but that dynamic has been co-opted and taken over by Satan.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, they look at it now, playing their position they're supposed to be in. They view that as slavery. Like, you had I forgot what the chick name was, because I don't really be into all that, but I seen a random clip before of a black woman saying how in her mind, you know, marriage is slavery for the woman, because everything that basically doing the natural role as a woman, she look at it as being a slave.
And guess what? You are a slave. You are a slave. Okay, we're all slaves. But yeah, the woman is a slave. We'll say it. Okay, what does the word woman mean? It means servant. So you're see, the thing is, servitude has been, you know, looked at or has been perverted. There's always been servitude since the beginning of time. Okay, we're servants. You're servants unto somebody. You're a master unto somebody. Okay, you just been given the illusion like, you know, you're free. The whole time you're destroying yourself. Well, there's a scripture, she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Yep. Okay, the woman is actually set up to serve a man. Now, yeah, the Israelite woman, she is royalty. You know, in the kingdom, she's not going to take on the role of, you know, doing the labor. That's you know, we're still in our judgment. So washing clothes and shit, and, you know, having to take care of the children all the time. You got it. You know, washing dishes and stuff. You're going to have handmaids to do all that. Okay? The woman can't even sexually fulfill her man. One woman can't even do that. That's a role too. Okay, that's why the man's going to have multiple women. But yeah, the woman is a servant, but that's been looked at down, you know, like, you're not supposed to be a servant. But you're a servant of Esau.
All right.
And he lets you jump on all type of men and bust inside you and you destroy your mind. Okay, now you hit the wall. Now you're lonely. Now you're crying. Tattoos all over your face. Fucking STDs, septic ring. And people call that, they call that freedom. They call that, you know, what is it called? Moving forward. They call that the future. They call that progressive.
Feminism.
They call that feminism. They call that equal. Empowerment. The water. When the whole time it's destroying you. Okay? And it's bringing judge. See, what Esau didn't tell you, that ultimately judgment will come. Mm-hmm. And this is what now we're at the stage of judgment, the blowback. Okay, rise up. You gonna say something?
No, you good.
Rise up, ye women that are ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
Yeah, and these women are super careless, because look at how everything is. You could call 911 at any moment. If a woman get attacked in public, 9 times out of 10, a random fucking dude gonna try to jump in and save her. She don't never. The last thing on her mind, for the most part, usually, you know, they never stressed about money, because there's always somebody there that's going to throw money at them. You know. But now you're losing all those things.
The woman had no fear. Mm-hmm. That's really what's going on. The woman has no fear just to go around, gad abroad, talk shit. How many videos online of women just talking shit to their dude, or talking shit to a random dude, talking about, nigga, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, wearing super revealing clothing.
Yeah, super revealing. Oh, you know, ain't no man gonna tell me what to do and what I can wear. You know. But the whole time that brings, you got, like, you don't understand. Men are predators, man. Mm-hmm. That's in our nature. Okay, it's in our nature to, when we see a woman, to want to grab her. You know. And that's just what it is. Do we do that? No. But that's the nature of a man. Like, you telling a lion not to be a lion. And you see that when you go to the zoo and you see the big cats, you know, and that are in the zoo, the lion, the leopard and all that. And they just look docile. They just look depressed. Okay? Because they're not in their right habitat. Mm-hmm. Okay? there's certain things that, bodily functions that we need to express. And in this society, you can't do that unless you're a goddamn demon or a beta, and you just want to live your life to spend money on women.
Yep.
Okay? It says, many days and years shall you be troubled. So you sisters should be listening up. Okay? Because the dynamics are already changing, and it's getting ready to be a whole hell of a lot worse.
Yep.
And now, when the dynamic change, you're not going to have men that are going to come to your rescue. Mm-hmm. They're going to have an evil eye towards you. They're going to say, to hell with that woman. When I was down low and I tried to talk to her, she gave me nothing but attitude. Yep. She wouldn't even okay, you're not interested in but they'll do it like
disrespectful.
They'll do it disrespectful. Get away from you're like, God damn, bitch, I just try to say hi. All right, you're not into me. That's cool. That's fine. I'm not expecting every woman to be into me, but shit. So that's coming back.
Yeah, and then a lot of these women too now, y'all starting to be through. Like you homeless, living in your car. They complaining about no man wanting to talk to you. Like you was going into. Why would a dude want to talk to you when there's nothing but hell? It's literally not beneficial for you in any type of way. For the modern American woman, you going up and trying to make her your woman is not even beneficial.
Because outside of, say you get some sex, all right, because that's what the man wants. He wants some sex. But it's deeper than that too. He wants peace. He wants comfort. Mm-hmm. Okay? He doesn't want to go to fucking work and then have to fucking cook a good meal. Not just throw some shit together. He wants to have a nice meal come and given to him. He wants to have his fucking feet rubbed. He wants to get a massage. He's catching pure hell.
Yeah. He want respect from his woman.
He want respect.
Want attitude.
Mm-hmm. He want the house clean. All the things that men need.
Yep.
Okay, outside of he wants some box too. Okay, he wants to be pleased sexually. He needs that. Okay, and likewise the woman is pleased. But now, in this society, the P has power. Well, when you go on the Maccabees, it talks about that. What Zerubbabel, you have the who's the strongest? The king,
yep.
Wine, women, and then the truth came in, and the truth conquers all of that because ultimately, the truth supersedes all that, mm-hmm. all the fleshly, all the carnal, all the so-called worldly power. All right, because we're getting ready to inherit everything, and that's including the woman, and the woman's going to be in her right mind. The point is, the woman is not in her right mind. Okay, her mind has been taken over by the spiritual demon Satan, going all the way back to the garden. Okay, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. All the goodies that you have experienced in these modern Western societies is getting ready to be stripped away.
Yep.
Okay, you've been able, especially if you have access to men that have so-called power and so-called substances. There's a parking space over there. That have substances, you can live a so-called pretty decent life. All right, but now the men are going to be through. All right, we're coming into a financial reset.
Yep.
All right, and the Most High promised plagues. So you think the plague is just going to pass over the woman? No, the plague is going to take over you too. You're going to actually experience the plague. It's going to be harsher unto you because you're the woman and you're the weaker vessel. So the Most High is saying, listen up. All the goodies, that's getting ready to fail. All right, all the going out on on dates.
Yep.
All the cheap clothing.
The benefits that Esau then gave you in society. Where that's why you have a whole bunch of single mothers and women that divorce so crazy, because it's literally beneficial for the woman to do that. You get alimony, Section 8 housing, all type of other assistance from Esau and the government.
Will show you that these women are all about self, because you would say damn, these women might have a pretty, say you have a woman with a pretty decent job, right? Mm-hmm. But it's and then she lives in a place, she got a car, got a house, maybe she's renting a house, or maybe she's buying out. Be like, and she's doing it by herself. Be like, well, hold on. And then she got kids. Mm-hmm. Be like, well, what if she was with a dude, the father of those kids, and they raised these kids to be outstanding citizens and have good sense of mind and give them a head start in life and be able to maintain, that standard of living and grow. Like everybody wins, right? Like everybody plays their part. You're in a nice house now. You can have even a nicer house. You can have more of a nest egg. Your children can be more stable in their mind.
Yeah. Yep.
But she like, fuck that. I want to be a fucking whore. He's supposed to worship me. So these women are bugged out. Yep. Here it is. The man is there. The husband, the father, and I'm not taking the blame off of the man. These men are bugged out too. But guess what? These women are more bugged out. Yep. Okay.
They actually believe that they the prize. When the scripture go into it, the man shall be a hiding place from all of the coming destruction. A woman we're not going to a woman for protection.
And we not going, and what women prophets have been raised up to let us know who our nationality is?
There you go.
What women prophets are prophesying out there? What women are prophesying, speaking about the things to come and how we should behave ourselves? What women, look at all these single parents. Look at these single women parents with their children. Mm-hmm. They're the worst. Yep. It's only a miracle that certain, men and women, that have single parents, single mother homes even are somewhat decent in the society. Mm-hmm. Okay? That's like a miracle. And it's the man's fault. Well, who the fuck chose the man? Yep. The woman chose the man. In the real world, how it's supposed to be in the scriptures, who chose the husband? Who chose the man? Who chose the husband for that woman? It was the father.
Like you see these other nations do, they still keep that same custom for the most part to this day.
And there's cohesion within their society. Okay, and bad behavior is looked down upon. Like if say you see one of those women with a so-called black man, that's looked down upon. They're going to be shamed. Mm-hmm. They all are in agreement that that's not the move to make. You protect your nation. You think the nigga woman or any of these tribes, are they thinking about protecting the nation? They think about nothing but them fucking selves. But that's the woman. That's the pact. That's the pact that she had with Satan. Yep. Okay, with the serpent. So things are going to go back to the way that it is, the Israelite man over the whole earth. Okay, the Israelite man, starting with the elect, is going to be over all the nations. Okay, tremble ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
You're going to be mourning. All right. And you seeing that happen, like I was saying, you seeing that start to happen now. Little by little, because they've been doing good for pretty much all the time, but now with things getting how it is now in society and the economy and whatnot, y'all not doing good no more. It ain't as beneficial you being single now. It ain't as beneficial for you to just be all like how they been doing. Women thinking they could do OnlyFans, you could do dress how you want to, nothing happened to you. Hey, you got dudes out here that's raping chicks, and that's going to just keep on getting more and more increased as time goes on. All right, and don't let the whole economic collapse happen. Then it's really over for you.
Well, what about war?
You
got it.
No, you got it.
Now, what about war? See, you've been living in a fantasy world. This Western society, this is literally a fantasy world. Mm-hmm. This is not real. This has been literally Mickey Mouse Club, Disney World for this small period of time. This has never happened in society, where it's just been this open, this bugged out. Yep. No threat of war. You've been just living good, catered to. Okay, but now that all that shit is over with.
All right, never had to really struggle, go through it. You never really felt any pressure.
Government assistance.
Yep. Somebody's always willing to step in and save you. Some random dude out there. That's like a big thing in America. Dudes are online paying for everything, cashing out. Don't even know you, just sending money.
Because this whole illusion of woman has been elevated on a pedestal, right. Like she's just this prize. Yeah, okay. He that getteth a wife getteth possession. We're not saying that a woman is not a good thing. We love women. The scriptures say there's nothing better to a man. Mm-hmm. Okay, but that's a carnal man. Okay, what's better is the spirit is Yahweh Bashmal Shai. That supersedes all. Cause who created the woman?
Yep.
Okay, who's created her? So really, who gives the Lord gonna open that floodgate, man? All right. This is Isaiah 3. So you've never been in a state, you Western women, you've never been in a state of, you know, where things have collapsed, where you actually need a man. You're gonna actually need a man that day, bro. It's gonna be so fucking. And you know how fickle women are, right? If she thinks you a brokey, she's gonna give you no time of day, right? We hear all the stories, but as soon as you say you pull up in an AMG, you pull up with a Rolex, this woman that denied you, she's gonna be all over you.
Yep.
What does that show? What does that show to say the woman is carnal? But that's just built into the woman because she wants to be in the comfortable situation possible. I get it. That's okay. I understand that. That's, of course, if I was a woman, I would want to be with the highest level guy, so I can live a good life, right? So that's the psyche of the woman. Mm-hmm. She hypergamy. Who has the power? Who has the influence? Who has the resources? Okay? Well, when shit goes down, who's going to have the power? Who's going to have the resources? Who's going to have the influence? The Israelite man. Okay? When you being a social media influencer and having 30,000 people on your stream, that's not going to be counted as somebody that you want to be attached to. Okay? This is Isaiah 3:25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war.
Yeah, and that war is basically here, and then that draft gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. And these dudes, they're not ready for the battle, you know, especially American men. All right, and women, you able to get drafted too, you know. Y'all always want to be equal with men and everything in America. Like you was mentioning earlier, being above equal, like you actually want to be above the man. Hey, well, set your ass up to be drafted first. You know, be front of the line. And these dudes, they gonna be getting put down when the economic collapse happened and Jacob's trouble going on. Esau come with the martial law, the troops. Hey, it's gonna be all bad out here, and that's Isaiah 4:1 gonna be kicking in, because like you was mentioning, if you got money, AMG and all that, that's viewed as power right now. But then when the dynamic switch, and they see that all that shit don't even matter now, you looking for safety, security, and it's the only ones that's gonna be safe and secure in those times is the men of the Lord.
Yeah, because you might have the AMG. Well, number one, if there's blockades, trade embargoes, you know, nations stop trading with. Where them AMG parts come from? That's fucking imported. Everything we don't America doesn't manufacture anything. Mm-hmm. So that car is imported. Those things are important. And then number two, there's gas wars. So you're not gonna even have money to even put into that fucking tank. Yep. Then your government is gonna cut off your ability to move freely. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So you're not gonna be able to even move freely like that. All right, and you drive an AMG. That's a lick. Somebody looking at that. Oh, we gonna get them. That's not a safe bet. Okay, so none of those things are actually going to matter in that time. Like you said, protection. Okay, security. Mm-hmm. Okay, and also stability of mind.
Yeah, Isaiah 33.
Isaiah 33:6. If you can get that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Right. All this shit that we see now, it's the illusion, because the illusion is still there. We see through it, but the thing is, the magic trick, everybody else still is under the spell. But as that judgment keeps coming, bro, we're gonna be looking cuter and cuter. Right? That's what. Oh, he's not cute. I don't like him. He got a bald head, or his face is square.
He a brokey.
Or he a brokey. It's literally gonna change. It's really like, why is she all up on? Why she hitting my phone and shit? Like good morning. You know, what can I do? Like, what can I do? To the point to where it's like, hey, look, let me just open up. I have this, and that. You ain't even gotta buy this for me. Let me just be your woman. I already know you got other women. I don't care about that. Let me just be your woman. Mm-hmm. That's how bad it's going to get, and the Most High is going to show you that, man. Okay, so we're at that we're at the point where we seen it at its height. These women proud, and then we gonna be like, God damn, the Lord, how the Most High humble somebody is crazy.
Yep.
There's no, you can't humble. Oh, you flex on this woman, this old chick, you didn't that didn't want to give you no play, and you flex, you make $5 million now. Okay, all right, yeah, you got a little small little flex in the flesh. You feel now, but what the Most High is getting ready to do supersedes all that, man, because he's gonna fucking humble everybody. He's gonna humble the so-called white man. He gonna humble the other nation, and guess what? These other nations are gonna pop up. The Arab woman coming too. Okay, the Chinese and the Japanese woman, they coming. Who they gonna go to? They gonna go Esau? The whole world is hearing that he's the Edomite. You don't want to be attached to an Edomite, right? Did not when we came out of Egypt, was there not a mixed multitude?
Yeah.
Who are the mixed multitude? Those are the heathen nation. You didn't think Jake had concubines? So it's up for us. Okay, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war, and her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
You'll be through. You're used to being on that pedestal, and you about to be get kicked right off of it, and it's gonna happen quick, to the point to where you literally these women, their hope is placed in America. So once they lose that safety net, all hope is lost. You only looking for the safety boat, and that's gonna be a man of the Lord, basically, in their eyes, because all these other dudes out here don't know what the fuck is going on. These women don't know what the fuck is going on. But then when all hell breaks loose, that's when it matters most to try to figure out what is happening, what to do next, where to go. It's only going to be certain men out there that have the answer.
Well, the scriptures say how thy men have become as women.
There you go.
So here, these Babylonian men, these fit men, these men that are fit, and, these men, in the gym, and got all the psychobabbling online with YouTube channels, maybe have 1 million followers, have the illusion of an influencer, have have the car, have muscles, so-called look aesthetic, look like they got it going on. They're gonna be as a woman in that time.
Yep.
A woman in travail, cooked. Jeremiah saw, like, why do I see men with their hands on their loins like a woman in travail? Why are these men looking like they're in pain, like they're about to have a woman? Isn't a woman only supposed to have children? Mm-hmm. That's how bad it's gonna get. And what's gonna happen with the Israelite man? We've been the most through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. We've been being prepared for these times.
Right.
Our mind has been geared to these times. Okay, the Most High, he pulls back women from us. He pulls back pleasure from us. He gives us nothing but hell. To what? To strengthen us, to temperate us. Because all that's going to come like in a floodgate. And that's before the kingdom. That's literally before the kingdom, the floodgate going to open. Okay? And the Most High is going to show the whole world who he's with.
Yep.
And then a lot of these men that these women are with, they're going to die in the war. You could have had $2 million social media, 2 million followers social media influencer. That nigga going to the war. And you already know who they're going to come after first. They're going to come after these so-called blacks, man, Native Americans.
Yep.
Your ass going to the front line, God damn it. Okay, you got that scripture?
Yeah. It's Isaiah 33:6. It says,
like this one nigga on the video said, hold the line.
Yeah.
Right? Fall back, bro. To hell with these women. To hell with this world. All right? Just lock in what you need to just lock in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Focus on the prize.
Focus on the prize. And what's that? That's Yahweh Shema Shai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you.
All right.
All right, you got it.
It's Isaiah 33:6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation, for the fear of the Lord is his treasure.
See, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. The men of the Lord are going to have all these qualities in the most unstable time on the planet Earth. Okay, so we're dealing with high-level witchcraft, which has never been, ever, in this world.
Mm-hmm.
We're literally dealing with the last hoorah of Esau. We're literally dealing with the end of Esau. You think he's just gonna go out without a fight? You think he ain't gonna? Even if you back a rat into a corner, the rat's gonna jump out and try to get you. Even if the rat knows that it has no chance, but at least look, I gotta do something.
Right.
So who is he gonna take his anger and his frustration out on? You Israelites, Jacob's trouble.
Yep. He been pointing. He been hinting towards it here like all the time. Who the main people he focused on. But then you're going to really see him, like the brother was saying, you're going to really see him make it clear as day when he know that he literally, this is last move he could make.
Hey, what they say, let your last move be your best move.
And that's what people going to bug out when they see how Esau move. He literally showing you in your face what he getting ready to do, but you thinking it's going to be beneficial for you the whole time. It's for your destruction.
Right? See, and he gonna try to blame Jake on the way out.
Yep.
He gonna literally try to blame Jake on why this is happening when it's literally him.
Well, you seen that on all the Purge movies. Who are they basically trying to get rid of in America? Jake, because you already know, because they think that once they get rid of you, that's what's gonna make America good again.
Because it's spiritual. Because you are the Israelites. And this whole story down here on the earth is a battle between good and evil, Jacob and Esau. If you don't understand that, then nothing else makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Once you understand that, everything makes sense. Okay? And see, we've been given the insight into that. The rest of the world has not been given the insight to that. They and even our people, they're incredulous. They don't even have the ability to believe. The scriptures say, blind their eyes and their ears, and close their heart, which is their mind. The angel. So there's an angel that opened up our minds, and there's an angel that keeps their minds closed. So then now when everything that we've been saying is actually here, we're not like, what is going on, brother? I don't know what's going on. What happened? Like, nah, we gonna be locked in.
Mm-hmm.
So the Most High is locking us in now. We tap it in. We focus in. See, we know where to focus at. We need to. And what is focus? It's all your undivided attention on one thing. With no focus is the absence of distractions. Okay, if you're not distracted by anything, you're focused. What they call flow state.
Yeah.
When you don't even fucking think, you're just flowing. It just comes natural. That's the men of the Lord. And you know what? Everybody's going to see that.
Yep.
Especially these women. But for a lot of you hoes, it's going to be too late. Okay? You're not going to even be worthy to be attached to us. So you better get with the program. Okay?
Or not.
Or, there we go.
Because, we don't need you. We good. The men of the Lord good regardless. It's for your benefit. It's to benefit you by you getting with the program. If you don't, hey, we still good regardless. That's your loss. Like they say, it's your loss if you don't want me. Really, it's your loss, by not being with a man of the Lord, because you're going to find out the hard way.
And women are hard-headed. Well, we just read the scripture in Isaiah 32. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. And we know we're dealing with a stiff-necked people, man. Not just the man, but the woman as well. So a lot of them, what is that? Second Ezra, is that the 9th chapter? The same shall know it.
Yeah,
after death by pain. So you are going to get the moral of the story. You are going to get what the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
What's the lesson? What lesson did you learn? They're going to get it. Everybody's going to get the lesson, but some of you are going to get it through extreme pain and torment.
Mm-hmm.
So to hell with you. And again, like the captain was saying, we don't need you. Nevertheless, the Spirit is on us to teach our people. This is just like when the apostle, elder, bishops, how they were speaking. You need Yahweh Shai. You need to come back. You don't have no other fucking choice. You need to humble yourself. And the Most High put it in our mind to understand that concept. Okay, that's mercy. Now we're doing the same thing with the woman because everything is in order. Yahweh Shai is Yahweh is over Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is over the man. All right, the man is over the woman, and the woman is over the children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you can't get in line with that, you're gonna die. And you just and you just not and especially if you know better, the Most High gonna tear your ass up. Okay. And hey, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living. But see, we're not convincing you like we're trying to scare you so you can get with us. To hell with all that. We don't give a shit about none of that. Okay, we're just telling you what it is. Okay, and you can get with it or not. But we're bringing out the point that the Most High is gonna jack a lot of you women up.
Mm-hmm.
This whole dynamic of these women believe that they're over the man, that shit's getting ready to be wiped away. And we already see that more women are trying to get with one man. Okay. These women are bugging out that men are not approaching them anymore. They're screaming out and crying out and venting out on social media.
Yeah.
Okay. And ultimately, the Most High is going to either send some of you out to that war. Okay. Or you just going to die some way in America. All right. I'm going to finish it up here, unless you have something.
Okay.
Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Yeah, and like you was going into, it's the reason why they're going to do that. Because, like, you know what, right now you wouldn't even be able to picture that going on. The way how proud women are now, especially 7 of them. Like, you know, all of them just ready to just go. Whatever you say, listen. They ain't doing that, but they're going to be forced to do it. All right. When the time comes, when all hell breaks loose, because you don't have a choice no more. All right, either you get with it or you get lost. It's really that simple. And that's the only 2 choices you got, because you ain't going, all these fake ass movies that Esau be making with the women being able to survive, get through this and that. That's all fucking fake. You know, if you actually believe that, you're a fucking bug out. You're a clown. Because a woman when all hell, like when shit's really hitting the fan, the last thing a woman's going to do is have a sane, straight mind. That's why, like what we read in Isaiah 33:6, we're going to be having a stable mind because we understand all these things was coming.
And the Most High made us men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He made men to go to war and kill each other.
Yep.
And fucking tap in. The woman is different. We do videos and you women need to get in order ultimately. So the Lord is talking to you women too. Hear my speech. But guess what? If you don't want to, that's okay too. We don't care. We don't care. What does the scripture say? Speak to them whether they hear or whether they forbear. Mm-hmm. That includes the woman too. We curse out the man every single day. Every single hour out of the day. You're always talking about, no, we don't. Look at our videos. Are we always talking about the women? You can't even say that with a straight face.
Yeah, y'all really not important.
That's the thing. But the Most High is still,
Yeah. It still needs to be mentioned,
But the woman is not important. Okay? But she does hold an important part.
Right.
Not saying that she is important in her way.
When she's in her proper order.
There we go. So that's what it's about. It's about getting in order. So unless the captain has something else to say.
That was it.
That was it. So hey, we pray that the lesson was edifying. Until next time, shalom to the elect.
Shalom.